Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You are watching Covering Milestone with Nirbhay Podikar. So today we have new guest Shubham Garg from Madhya Pradesh, India. So we are going to bring some question how he went to Australia. He is doing currently masters from University of New South Wales. So hello Shubham, how are you?
Hey, thank you for having me, Nirbhay, and thank you for the introduction, man. I'm excited to be here, and I look forward to share the experience.
Yeah. So can you give your little bit intro which course you are pursuing there?
Uh, I'm currently pursuing the Masters of Engineering Science from University of New South Wales, which is known as UNSW, in Sydney, and it's a two-year course. That's pretty much about it right
Yeah.
now.
So is there any specialization in your subject which are you pursuing?
Yeah, it's the specialization is called structural engineering. Like it's a domain of the civil engineering. So like I did my bachelor's from VNIT Nagpur, aka also like it stands for Vishwasaya National Institute of Technology. It is
Yeah.
one of the prestigious institute in India. So so I did my bachelor's there, and I did my bachelor's in civil engineering. So continuing that, currently I'm pursuing my master's in the structural engineering. It's a domain of civil engineering, you can say. So
Yeah, great. So I want to ask the most important question: why you choose Australia?
yeah, to be honest, like there were many of the countries in my exploration. Well, one obviously the states, United States was there, Australia was there. So there
Yeah,
were many things that. Uh, in terms of ranking, if I'll say the university was offering me something, in terms of exposure, like when I saw that Australia have almost 50% of the international students, so I guess one of the reason I chose Australia was the exposure of the international student.
yeah,
Plus,
great.
there was many opportunity for civil engineering in terms of in like Australia is kind of still developing its infrastructure, and they are like it's a pretty much demanded job in Australia. So yeah, that was in my research. So I thought it's pretty in terms of if I'll say in terms of exposure, if terms of ranking of the university, or in terms of the standing of the university in the world, and uh, in terms of the opportunities I have after the completion of my degree. So overall, the perfect fit was Australia for me. So I chose accordingly.
Yeah, like as compared to India, like mechanical engineer and civil engineer, people don't have good jobs over there. So that's why most of the students came out to do masters in some good countries. Yeah, that's the thing. I
Yeah,
am also doing master from Germany. So yeah, I was
yeah.
from the mechanical engineering background, but here I switched to mechatronics. I'm learning robotics things and want to do job further. Okay. So what about the living expenses and university fees?
I'll tell you one thing. Uh, uh, See, I'm in Sydney, so it's one of the expensive cities.
Yeah.
Okay. In terms of housing, like you may end up paying around 400 to $600 per week. If I'm saying dollars, it means Australian dollars. So,
Yeah.
the range here lies if you live near uni or somewhere. So you'll be paying 400 to 600 per week.
Hmm.
So that's pretty much like living expense is mostly about the accommodation here, because the rest of the things are almost similar to the everywhere. Even like you'll find the everything like genuine, or it's the price is justified except for the living. So living is pretty much expensive in Sydney, what I'll say. And
So
rest, I guess,
when
yeah.
how much we can convert for like Indian rupees for 1 year? How much we have to spend in Australia for Sydney city
Uh,
as a student?
See, the thing. The thing is, if I take in terms of, I'll say, if you take 400 your living expense per week, so you should at least be with 30,000 of dollars for an year, which is around 17 to 18 lakhs
per
Indian
year.
rupees.
Yeah.
So yeah, per year.
Yeah.
And in terms of fees, like I'll tell you, the fees is pretty much same which I had from the other universities in the offer. So
Hmm.
like even the fees is almost same to the United States. So like you won't find much of the difference. So it's pretty expensive. If I talk about my, it is 95 Australian dollars for 2 years. So
Okay.
yeah, which is around 57 lakhs. Uh, 57 lakhs. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
so the as compared to Australia, Germany has cheap for living expense. Like
Yeah.
for me, it's almost 650 euro per month, and it cost me for 1 year it's around 11 lakh rupees. Means I can save up to 7 lakhs if I am living here.
Like
That's the
the
difference.
reason Germany is popular, man. Like
Yeah,
for the
living expenses are very cheap for here. That's why people able to survive without doing any part-time job here.
yeah, like if you compare with the United States, the people, the first choice of every
Yeah,
student. So like, so it is pretty much same in Australia as well. Like you might say so. Yeah.
yeah. Most of the students have a first choice as a United States. Okay, so I also applied to some good university. I also received admit from two university. Which one? First one is Stephen Institute of Technology. Second is Illinois Institute of Technology. They offered me robotics
Wow.
related course, but the
Yeah.
fees was too high, and because of the recession, I dropped my idea to go United States, and I went to
Yeah.
Germany.
It's not a good idea right now.
Yeah,
What I even I had the offer from like Michigan State
yeah,
University and
yeah.
few others, but uh, like I said, the it was comparatively, uh, yeah, it was not that economical compared to Australia. And what are they offering? It's, yeah, obviously Australia won the race in that. So here I am in the Sydney.
Yeah. And what are the requirements when you applied for the university?
Yeah, one of the like Australia is one of the choosy country. I'll say like they don't accept TOEFL.
Okay.
One of the biggest shock you'll get is they don't accept the TOEFL score. They only
Hmm.
accept IELTS or PTE. So and for right now, if I would like to mention that like currently the government is changing the visa policy as well for the
Hmm.
students. So last year they strictened some of the rules, that too for the eligible criteria for the band. So it's, I guess they increased it to overall 6 or 6.5. I'm not sure. You have to check it. But yeah, they like the eligibility criteria also changed for the visa as well. So they did that, and I guess pretty much that's it. You need in terms of qualification. Obviously, you need a degree, and like
Hmm.
that's it. Based on that, they assess your profile, the number of applications they receive, and you'll receive offer in few days if you're very good to go.
Yeah. So they don't require GRE.
No, it's not a mandatory condition. Right now, after post COVID, the GRE has been waived off in various institute,
Yeah.
not in terms. So it's not a mandatory thing here. So mostly you need a language test, that is
Hmm.
IELTS. But if you're looking
Yeah,
for
that's
some
the
other
right
kind,
thing
even
that yeah. Hmm.
if you're looking for some scholarship, they might ask you, but
Hmm.
in general they don't. So
Yeah, yeah. Like it happened with the Indian peoples also who are going Germany and who came Germany, that they got an interview call or further notice to appear on the visa office because they have a really less score in IELTS and TOEFL. So
yeah.
if you are going to some country, good country, then you should have a good English proficiency. That's the first point. Okay, and if
Yep.
you are planning for having a good scholarship over there, then write the GRE. I also write a GRE and I score around 307 because in my university, if you have the GRE, then universities select your application more faster than other people's. It's a plus point. It's not a bad entry, but it's a plus point. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it has been waived off, but yeah, if you have it, it's good for your application.
Yeah. And tell me about your visa experience, how you received your visa, how much time it takes to.
Yeah, it was one of the stressful moment of the process. I'll tell you, because this time Australian government like changed certain rules, and so the every process got delayed. It took around usually it's a 60 days process to like you might receive your application within 30 days, but this time they went beyond 60 days. I received it, if I'm not wrong, I received it on the 9th of September, which was after my orientation week, which I missed it, but yeah, at the end I got my visa.
Yeah.
So yeah, like visa is a hectic process, but like they Australia doesn't have that interview thing, until unless, like you mentioned, if you don't have the right score, if your university is not that good, they might look into it and they might call you for some interview, and they don't have generally in-person interview. They in general they give you a call, they'll take your interview over phone, and if they think it's a good go, it's a green flag, then yeah, they
Yeah.
give you the visa.
And
And one important thing, I'll mention one important thing, like they increased the visa fees this time. So
okay.
till July, 1st July, it was around 47,000 rupees, 40,000 rupees, I guess. Right now, it was when I applied, it was 90,000. So yeah, they
Oh,
increased. It was around 127% of hike. So it was a shocker for us. I'm thinking of the people who applied on 30th June. How lucky were they? And the people who applied on 31st of July. So how lucky were they? So yeah,
it's too
that
much,
is it.
bro. That 40,000, 90,000 is too much because Germany costs only 6,800 rupees for the visa. Visa fees. Very cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like too much.
Yeah, see, the thing is with the visa, government is very not is getting very strict here, because here's a trend, like what usually people do, I'll tell you, there's a thing that called Geo 8 in Australia. So it's a group of 8 universities.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you apply visa there, so you'll get visa early, like it has a less processing time, so you'll get your visa early. But what people do, they apply for the G group of 8 universities. You'll get your visa. They come here. University Australia offers you an unique, like Australian government has a unique law. Like you can do one thing. If you don't like the course within 6 months of the period, you can switch the course. That too, you can switch the course and the university. The university will refund you the fees you have paid to them, and the thing so this was happening and because of that, people were switching the universities. They were going to tier 3, tier 4 types of universities, so because obviously the fees is less there, and they are very flexible with the timing, so you get to do a lot of part-time jobs. So yeah, this was the reason, and that's why government has taken the rule here. So like many universities was shut down due to of that. Like if I'm not wrong,
Yeah,
around
yeah.
190 universities they closed it for the same reason. So just it's very
Yeah.
important to be very sure about your program, and like this university in Australia, it matters. So
Yeah, when you applied for the visa, your document should be neat. Means document should be neat in the sense that you can have a good written thing over there that they can confirm that you are really going for the studying
yeah,
also, just for study, not for doing work. Even I mentioned in the SOP that I want to come back to India and I want to build my own startup.
Yeah, the lies
So
everyone
why
tells.
start? Yeah. So
So it's a thing like even embassy there's a two thing like you have to submit a genuine student form to the university here and an SOP to the embassy as well. So there's two things that happens with the visa. It's a unique thing I found here, and one more thing you like I was I guess I slipped it. So yeah, I will
that's all
continue.
right.
If I recall it, I'll definitely mention.
Yeah. And can you tell me about the teaching difference in India and Australia? How's the method over
Yeah,
there and in India?
yeah, it's a like I'll say less hectic. If you're a student from an Indian education system, you'll love it here. Like for a reason because in India, back in India, what I can recall is we used to have six subject at max six subjects in a sem. If I'm not wrong, Nirbhay,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So yeah, you can take six subjects, but here in Australia, you max like in my university, I'll talk. Uh, so you can take three subjects in a term, and they don't have a semester thing; they have a trimester. Like basically, you'll have the three semester like three terms in an year,
yeah,
and yeah, they have a summer term that is a shortest term, but yeah, that these are the difference, major difference, and yeah, they're very good with the grade. The quiz, they are very, they won't leave you alone. What I'll say, it might look easy, like it. You'll say, okay, only we got three subject max. We can take three subject. Yeah, I can go with the two subject also, but it's not that easy because this is the reason. Like they give you the assignment, they'll have the quiz in irregular interval, and so yeah, that's pretty much about it. I think yeah,
yeah. That's great.
covered.
Like in India or even in Germany, we have only 2 semester per year. So it's a like very good load in a student to perform a good task and even to appear for the exams also. Like we have a
Yeah.
one subject for 150 hours. They teach for 40 hours in the college and rest you have
Mm.
to deal with. That's the thing. So
Yep.
Australia is very flexible as compared to the study workload. So I think so people
Yeah.
can easily uh, cope up with their education system.
Yeah, like even they care about if you are doing some part-time job, you can manage your workload here. Like they consider that as well, because I don't. The visa says you'll get a 24-hour like 24 hours per week allowance to work for a part-time job. So I think that's not too much, and it's good if you do 24 hours to try to exceed that.
Yeah, yeah, in
Because like in terms of load also it's a good thing because you might not feel that much load. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And what experience you have previously before coming to this university back in India? Any patent, any research paper, any internships?
Yeah, like I had the I did my internship in the field, so I did it at Bhabha Atomic Research
Oh,
Center,
great.
Mumbai. Yeah, so it was there, so you might need a recommendation letter from them as well.
Yeah,
So like do like I'll say when we talk about the profile, these all small things matters, like your internship matters, your recommendation letters matters. Although in Australia the LOR recommendation letter is not that much required in the application, but it's good to have. It's not a mandatory thing like GRE, but it's a good thing to have. So yeah, and I'll say even I did my this internship and I did my paper. Like there was one research paper which I did my final year project in the college as well. So the it was based on the use of artificial intelligence to predict the concrete strength. If you are a civil engineer, you will know
yeah,
what it is. So yeah.
Yeah, it's all, I think, really good project. You are doing artificial with civil engineering thing. It's a really good combination.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think, yeah,
like it's not a good thing. Like even like what I'll say, there are a lot of variabilities in civil engineering when we come to the field. So, but yeah, we are trying. We're trying,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's really boost your profile and even increase your chances of getting admitted to good university if you have a research paper, patent, and good internship or even a work experience. So if you want to go after completing your bachelor, then you should have a good profile with a good research paper and patent. But if you have a 2 years experience, then you are good to go.
Yeah, like I did, I completed my bachelor's and I enrolled for the course. So, I'm all talking about my experience. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
right. So, that's why I did my internship. There was no work experience, but it matters. Like if you don't have the, if you are doing the job, like I have seen people doing the job in different field. Like they were the civil engineer, that they worked for Kotak Bank and they are back to the master. See,
Hmm.
that doesn't help. So
Yeah,
like try to be have the experience in the relatable field. That's what I can say.
yeah. That's the thing. Okay. So any suggestion you want to give to the viewers who want to come to Australia for doing their studies?
What I'll say is it's a good I don't think while I was making a list, thought like it's not a people don't give a first priority to Australia in terms of shortlisting the country. But what I'll say, you should definitely look into it because they are very flexible with uh, the workload. I already mentioned it, and they are even they have very good ranked university in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of global recognition, they have good global recognition as well. So there's various things you can look abroad, and yeah, there's pretty much plenty of opportunity for everyone. So I don't think it's a bad option. So go for it.
Yeah, yeah. And if you want to like really want to go abroad to do study, so start preparing for GRE or TOEFL with your studies, with your bachelor study or with your work also. Okay, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
like giving one of the milestone is like you have given that exam. Like result is a different thing, but if you attempt for the IELTS or GRE, so you should like at least try to attempt that. After that, your application will it's a down slope, so you won't know when your application is completed. It's
Yeah,
only it only takes that examination to start with. So
yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. And even this scores well for TOEFL or IELTS for 2 years, I think, and GRE is for 5 years. So you
yeah.
can take your decision after taking this exam if you really want to pursue the masters. Okay, so it's all about Shubham Garg's story. So thank you for watching us. Thank you, Shubham.
Thank you guys. All the best with. I hope you would choose Australia.
Yeah,
I hope you make a right decision. So and my experience helps you. So that is it from my side. Thank you, Nirbhay,
yeah,
for
yeah.
having me.
Thank you, bro.